What is going on, everybody? Brown's gratification here, and it was just announced that Mason Rudolph will be the starting quarterback in Week 17 against the Cleveland Browns, where the Cleveland Browns need to win in order to make the playoffs. So that's a huge favor in us, although Big Ben hasn't looked great. I still think he is better than Mason Rudolph when he's at his worst, obviously. He did say the vast majority of people will play. Mike Tomlin said that, so expect, the receivers to play, all the O line, or at least the ones that have been playing. I don't know how their health injury situation is on that. Defensively, I would maybe assume he's gonna, keep Hayward on the bench, maybe. But then again, it's Mike Tomlin. You don't know with him. Gonna be a good matchup. I'm excited for it. Sunday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So let's talk about what we can do to, you know, make this a lot more easier for us, especially coming off the 23 to 16 loss against the Jets, which if we won, we would have been in the playoffs by now, but we're not. So, okay. Obviously, that game wasn't ideal, right? Four receivers out, your four main receivers, your left tackle, left guard are out, two starting linebackers. Um, Ronnie Harrison wasn't there. He might be back this week. Um, Kevin Stefanski did say he's hopeful for Wyatt Teller to play this week. If so, that would make life so much easier because with Wyatt Teller, it just opens up the run game by a vast majority. Even with Jedrick Wills, who is an amazing pass blocker, right? Run blocking has been his weakness, but even with him, you can see the difference from last game to any other game with him. It's just so much better with him, obviously, But he was out last second with an illness, which is unfortunate. Which even I think if we had Jedrick Wills, I still think we were meant to lose that game. It's everything was going wrong for us. Anyway, sorry. Moving on to this game. Defensively, always got to watch out for those corners, those DBs, crazy good. Minka Fitzpatrick, the ball hawk, Joe Hayden, who's still good. He has a couple interceptions this season. I think he's returned one or two for a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. Stephon Tuitt still there. T.J. Watt still scary. Hayward still there. They are missing Bud Dupree, right, and Devin Bush with injury. So hopefully those guys are back and healthy by next year, but that definitely makes the game a lot more easier for us. The ways that we could beat them offensively, obviously establish that run game, run the ball down their throats until that fourth quarter hits, and they're going to be tired. Second, contain TJ Watt and contain that whole D line because that D line messed us up the first time we played them. I think we had the starting lineup in that game, right? We had Wyatt Teller, I believe. Um, that game was horrible for us. Baker Mayfield had to leave the fourth quarter, just didn't want to see him get hurt anymore. But I'm hopeful that it's gonna be a lot better, which I think it is. I think our O line is graded the best O line in the league. So I don't know if that says anything. Just protect Baker. You protect Baker, you're gonna be fine. Establish that play action, right? Establish the run and play action. Get them off their feet. I wouldn't try to do anything. I mean, I guess if it works for Kevin Stefanski, but I wouldn't try to do anything too cute. With his reverse, Jarvis Landry throwing. I want to take this game. I don't know. I'm kind of on heels on those type of on the edge on those type of plays. They work in some aspects, but I think if you're trying to get into the playoffs, I think you kind of have to move away from that and just you know take more things. I wouldn't say take things more serious because those plays do help, but I just think against the Steelers defense, it's not going to work out well. You can do it against the Tennessee, defense or the Dallas Cowboys defense like they did a couple times, but that's not the Steelers defense. That's some of the two worst defenses in the league. Defensively, what we can do, I don't expect anything over the top, right? Just that's not their play style. Maybe with Mason Rudolph it is, but even when they had him, he wasn't that type of thing. It's dink and dimes. So that's why I'm happy we're gonna have Ward for this game, right? Or he was there for last game too, but We're gonna have Ward, Harrison there to kind of fix that out. Run, I mean their run offense is like non-existent. James Conner, I believe he's injured, right? Or he has to be injured. He hasn't played in forever, it seems like. Or he did play against Buffalo. Just that run game's non-existent. They're not gonna have a run game. Don't expect it to change anytime soon. Watch out for Chase Claypool, big 6'4" receiver, can beat you down the field easily if you're not aware. So I expect Denzel Ward. Expect double coverage on him to be honest. Most likely Ronnie Harrison, because Anderson Dejo's a little slow. Ronnie Harrison isn't the fastest, but he's definitely faster than Andrew Sendejo at this point. Everything else, apply pressure, get Mason Rudolph to make him feel uncomfortable. He hasn't played in like a year really, so make him feel uncomfortable. I'm, I didn't want to bring it up, but you kind of have to. Miles Garrett meeting Mason Rudolph again, for the first time since that last time they met, week 10, right, of last year. That's all in the past, though. I'm happy that hasn't defined Miles Garrett. Of course, the media is gonna bring it up, uh, especially for this week since they're starting Mason Rudolph. They're gonna bring it up, so expect coverage on that and a bunch of hate. Whatever, it is what it is. As long as we apply pressure, get Mason Rudolph to, throw with a pressure. He's gonna throw a couple interceptions. That's just the type of player he is. And I think we have this in the bag. I think it's gonna be a lot more easier for us than it was that first time. That first game was just, we missed Nick Chubb in that game. He got injured like the first quarter, and then it went downhill from there. Couldn't establish the run, but with these, with Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, establish that run, make them think we're gonna run, and then boom, play action, get 50 yards or a touchdown out of it. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe. Expect a great game on Sunday. I can't wait. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.